Hello everybody! Welcome back to our Activities at Home series. I hope everybody is doing alright. Again, my name is Alana Chazen, Community Engagement Coordinator at Compeer. My favorite part of my role is running those group activities, and as you know, we are not able to get together as a group, so I hope that you're enjoying this series and send me some emails of the projects you've done, and I would love to share with everybody. Or if you don't want me to share with everybody, just share with me, because I miss interacting with my groups, and I hope to hear from some of you. So email is alana@compeerbuffalo.org. Okay, so today, what are we gonna do? Well, I decided to make a little salt dough, and the great thing about when you make salt dough is you can literally do so many things with it. My original intention was to make some little egg shape and then decorate them and use them as decorations, but I don't have an egg shape cookie cutter. So as I was making them, they were starting to look a little more round. I was having a hard time making the egg shape. And then I was like, what else could I do with this? So I decided to make them, flat and round and make them look like rocks. And then I was like, what would you do with these rocks, Alana? Well, I decided to turn them into gratitude rocks. I know some people, they go out, they collect rocks. Whenever I try to do that, I never find the rocks I'd want to paint. And I don't really feel like going out and buying a bag of rocks. One, I'm limiting my, stores that I go to. And then two, I thought this would be a little more fun, a little more hands-on. So I'm going to walk you through the recipe that I use. There's a bunch of different recipes that are out there, but I figured the more simple, the better, right? So it's 3 ingredients. So I took some flour. I have tons of flour. Took some salt, some warm water, okay? So I have the recipe written out really big, but I know it was hard to be able to see in the video, so I took a picture of it. So I'm just going to put it in the comment section, and that way you have it. But really, the recipe that I did made, let's see, 3, 6, 8 rocks about this size, 8 circles this size. So depending on what you'd like to make, depends on how much dough you'd like. So really, it's 1 part flour and then half parts water and salt, meaning if you use 1 cup flour, it's half cup salt, half cup water. If you do 2 cups flour, then it's 1 cup salt, 1 cup warm water, okay? And that way you can make as much or as little dough as you like. What's really important is you want to take your warm water and your salt, and you want to mix that first, okay? So I'm going to use a little whisk because it makes it easier. And you want to wait until the salt dissolves in the water as best as possible. And then you just add the flour slowly, which isn't always so it's, you gotta use 2 hands sometimes. That's not always my best talent. Right, and then we mix it up. It'll start to get thick. You look at, it's like globbing in there, and that's a good thing. You want the globs, right? So that's where the fun part comes in. Once it starts to glob up, you can just, well, I'm going to pick all of it because I already have some made. Just reach in there and start smushing it with your hands, and the dough starts to form, okay? Just smush it all together, and then it might get a little sticky. That means you got to add a little more flour, and then you just add pieces from there. And then, real easy, you have some dough. And actually, this is part of my part of the process is I love playing with the dough. I love smushing it. I like playing with it. I think it's good for you. You know, get your senses going. I love feeling it. It's this dough, it's, you know, kind of soft, even though it has the salt in it, which can be a little grainy. It's just soft feeling. So it's nice to play with. So after you smush it all together, I know this is about half of it. You could, if you gotta roll it out, you can use cookie cutters in it. You could make, like I said, Easter eggs. You could roll it up into little, you know, little shapes and, you know, form something. However you want to use it. You can use it like a clay. And then what you do is, once you have whatever you want to make, right, so again, I was making just little circles. You put it on your cookie tray. I put parchment paper down. And then it takes 2 hours at least in the oven on 250 degrees. So it takes a while to bake. But when you get through all that, like I have so much dough still stuck to my fingers. It's great. I love getting messy in these projects. Make sure if you, as you're making this, that, you know, you let your family members know, or don't forget that it's not cookies, because you know what, it's not going to taste good. It's going to taste like a big old salt lick. So once you get them cooked, then they're going to be really hot for a while, so then you got to let it cool. So this would be a great thing, you know, you make up your dough and the pieces maybe in the evening time or when you first get up, and then let it sit, and then you do some other stuff. And then so I made this dough and I cooked it last night, and then I woke up this morning and they're all dry and ready to go. And then now you're joining me in this lovely morning. Okay, so I tried a couple different mediums on how to decorate these. So my first thought was I found some watercolor, and so I painted on it. So I made it purple. Okay, and I had to wait for it to dry, and then what I thought was I could write some fun little gratitude sayings on it. So I'm just using like a Sharpie marker, and then you can write little messages. Right, so it's probably going to be hard to see, but I wrote beautiful on this one. Another thought I had as I was prepping for this video is how fun would it be just to write on it with the Sharpie and then color it, because then I wouldn't have to wait for the paint, and not everybody has paint at home, but if you have markers, you could draw on it. So this is what I did. I'm going to move it a little closer. So if you can't read, but that was all Sharpie. So I wrote on it first, and then I'm just coloring around it. And actually, I really enjoyed coloring on the dough. It's a nice medium. For that, it takes a little bit longer. It's kind of like I really enjoy adult coloring, but no dry time. So my thought was, well, if I had one, I guess this is mine, that's closest to being like an egg, that I could just draw on it and make it look like an Easter egg. So So make some zigzags on it and really decorate it up and color it. And then I can put it around the house. Of course, I don't, if you have regular acrylic paint, you could paint on that. Just if you want to layer it. You could paint and then use Sharpie, like if you wanted to put a little face on something. So I'm just going to, if you wanted to be really decorative, you could, paint on here and then draw on it. So there's a lot of different possibilities. If you made these like square, you could, shape these, make a square and then a triangle on the top and, decorate them up to make them look like cute little houses and then put them, in your plants. There's so many different things that you can do. Today I just heard there's going to be an Easter egg hunt challenge where people are asking to put like different Easter eggs, either pictures or decorations, and hang them in your window, and then there'll be families driving around looking for them. So it'd be cool. You could take a bunch of this dough, roll it out and, cut it out, make it look like an Easter egg, make it flat, and before you bake it, put a hole through it, and then you can make it a string. You could hang them. You could hang it from your front window, and then people could see it and find it. So there's so many different options that you can do with the salt dough. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If this is the first video you've seen, there's a whole bunch of different ones out there. I do a drum circle, I do some relaxation doodles. You can check out our Facebook page. Our staff members are making some really awesome videos of ways that they're taking care of themselves at home, and you can see those and interact with us. As always, if you need support from Compeer, give us a call at 716-883-3331. Leave a message and the appropriate person will be able to get back to you. So I hope you enjoy. Make some cool salt dough. Even if you just play with the dough, and give yourself that time to be able to be creative. Okay, have a great day. Bye!